Hi, I'm JJ Barnes, and this is Jonathan McKinney.
Hello.
And you're watching another episode of Writing Advice with JJ and Jonathan. So today we're in the Lakeside Hotel in the Lake District, which is like stunning.
It is.
Genuinely the most
very nice.
Beautiful hotel I've ever seen in my life. It's stunning. It's wonderful. The staff are amazing. Just ignore me. So today we're going to be talking to you about what happens when you Google writing advice.
Right.
So obviously, if you are a writer and you've been looking for advice, you've probably put in to Google writing advice. And so we have done that, and we are going to be talking about the writing advice you will get from that search. So the top Google piece of writing advice.
Yeah,
Number
let's
one,
hear it.
Write every day.
Okay. All right.
In a vague sense, this is a good piece of advice because it's about getting yourself into a good habit where if you want to write that book or that film, you are going to put the time in, you're going to put the effort in. So I respect the idea of encouraging someone to write every day, but also I'm aware that life isn't necessarily like that.
Yeah. Also you might be empty of a certain day. That might leave you feeling like you've really got nothing to say, that you've not got your best work in you, and you might do better tomorrow when you've recharged a little bit, and that would be better for your story, better for your book, for your film, or whatever.
You have a job, you have children,
children.
You have a life, and sometimes it just doesn't line up. And I think if you pressure yourself to write every single day in circumstances that do not allow for that, you are going to end up feeling like you failed and guilty, and that is just going to hinder your writing process. You putting the pressure on yourself in a way that is impossible to live up to.
Living with a sense of unnecessary failure is not going to help when you're trying to be creative, when you're trying to be bold and do your best. It's not going to be encouraged.
My version of this would be write most days. Write as many days as you can. If you have an opportunity to write, don't give up on it. Take it.
My version is similar. My version would be don't procrastinate and don't be lazy. Don't play on your Xbox or your PlayStation all day. Don't look at Twitter all day because you'll fall into depression and misery and despair.
That is the damn truth.
Don't be lazy is the advice. But
it's okay. It is okay not to write every day. And if you look at the top piece of advice, like of all the pieces of writing advice that you get, not about your protagonist, not about your structure, not about motivating. It's write every day. That's not pressure about making your story good. That's pressure on you. And whilst pressuring yourself to write as much as you can is a good thing because it will encourage you.
Right.
Pretending that you do not have a life that sometimes gets in the way isn't fair.
No, it's not. Well, more than that, it's not necessarily helpful.
Yeah.
And if it's not helpful, then just.
So, lesson number 2.
Let's hear it.
Now, this is just make sure your writing is effective.
Carry on.
No, there is no carry on.
Oh, that's it. Lesson
number 2 from Google's writing advice, top tips. Literally, top list of writing advice on writing. Make sure your writing is effective. There is no description about what that means. There is no advice on how to accomplish it. Just make sure it's effective.
So you have to delve into the definition of what the word effective means. Ultimately, effective means what? It means that it's not pointless, right? So that leads to another question.
Or make sure it has an effect.
What is the point? What is the effect of this?
It's a terrible piece of advice because it doesn't make any sense. There is literally no explanation or no encouragement on how to do it.
There's no deep dive into what it means at all.
And if you're a new writer, if you have no experience in writing, you just read that and I don't know. I don't know if my writing is effective.
Effective.
It's a terrible piece of advice.
Do you feel like your writing is effective?
It depends what effective means.
As you know it, the word effective, do you feel like your writing is effective?
I do feel like my writing is effective, but I've been writing for years.
Okay.
And I only feel like it's effective because I know what I'm doing in the sense that I know I still have a lot to learn, and I think we always can learn. But what I set out to do, I achieve, which is the effect I'm meaning to achieve.
Right. Okay.
But I don't think especially if you're a new writer.
Yeah,
We have done, how many videos now on the effect of writing, the way to write effectively? We have done hours of footage to teach you how to do this. This is not a one-word descriptor. Write effectively.
To me, what it means is, and again, this is just because I bring baggage with me when I hear any advice at all, it suggests to me, from my perspective, that you should try to maintain a standard of excellence that you're happy with, and if you're not happy with the standard that you're putting into your work, then perhaps you're not being. That's the only way I can interpret the advice to make sure your writing is effective, because that's the thing I'm trying to be. I'm trying to apply to the work, is to like I say, maintain a standard, and the standard is based on.
I get it. I don't know if that's what effective means. That means make sure your writing is of a certain quality. Effective.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's what it means to me when I hear the
fair
advice,
enough.
because it's so vague and so meaningless ultimately that it could mean anything. It's Rorschach's mask, isn't it?
So, number 3 is beautiful.
Oh God, is it worse than?
It's worse. Don't be lazy. Do your best to avoid sounding stupid.
Wait, is that one thing?
That's one thing. Don't be lazy. Do your best to avoid sounding stupid, because every writer, when they start out writing, is intending to sound stupid.
Do your best to avoid sounding stupid.
And don't be lazy is the same piece of advice.
Okay, so the assumption is that you, dear writer friend, are, if you're not, supercharged to work harder, going to sound stupid.
Yeah.
So therefore you shouldn't be lazy.
But hard work does not therefore equal unintelligent, and laziness does not. Hard work doesn't equal intelligence, and laziness does not equal unintelligence. They are not connected. You can be lazy and smart as hell, and you can be hardworking and dedicated and not that smart. They aren't connected.
Everybody's smart in one way or another.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean?
Everybody's got something they're good at.
In terms of writing intelligence, you could be an incredible writer and just can't be bothered. Or you could be determined and not that good. It's meaningless advice. What you should be being told is how to be a good writer and to use that advice and work hard.
Yeah.
Not just don't sound stupid. What does that even mean? Also, what is stupid in terms of your writing?
Read it again.
Don't be lazy. Do your best to avoid sounding stupid.
There you go. Just do that. Because that will make sure your writing's really good.
I can't even.
Okay, what's next?
Okay. 4, stay focused. On what? Writing, sure, but you've already been told the top result on Google. Stay focused. It doesn't tell you what to stay focused on, unless I suppose it's your writing. But then, what in your writing? You've already been told that from this that your writing is probably rubbish.
Stay focused might mean don't take off your glasses, because then you won't be able to.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me right now.
Then you can't focus. Also, what you should be told, in my opinion, from Stay Focused, the piece of advice you should be given on being focused is focus on your protagonist and their goals, focus on your antagonist and their goals. Okay. Focus on those two things and bash them together. Stay focused on that.
Okay.
Being focused is too vague.
Stay focused is much too vague, but you could argue that good advice is to make sure that your protagonist is focused on the thing that it is that they want.
Yeah, but it doesn't say your protagonist.
No, I'm just saying that this is our
take on this.
This weird garbage advice. If you make sure that your protagonist is focused, then your story will be stronger. Whether or not you can stay focused, I don't understand what that means. But if we've
talked about already in the writing every day, like don't don't play your Xbox or your PlayStation. Like, try if you've got time, if you've got opportunity to write, take it. So in that way, but that's the same piece of advice again.
Okay, what's next?